If you want to make some picks on your favorite sports, check out Underdog Fantasy's Pick'em game, where you choose higher or lower on between 2 to 8 players and can win up to 500 times your entry. And using code ZIRK when you sign up, you guys will get $50 after you make your first $5 play.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
Alright, so today, guys, we're going to be going over how to make 40,000 coins plus every single hour. I do want to give a shout out to Big Damien for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys want a chance, shout out the next video, drop a like in the vid, make sure you guys are subbed to the channel, notification bell on it, comment below, Noti Gang. Also, guys, today is Friday, and we have NFL preseason this entire weekend starting today, where you can find my picks up on my Twitter. Last week with NFL preseason, we won on the first 4 of 5 days of NFL preseason. Absolutely cooked. That being said, though, starting today at noon Eastern time, there's actually a new user promo on Underdog. For those of you guys that sign up on Underdog Fantasy right now with code ZIRK, only when you sign up with code ZIRK are you going to get the code ZIRK exclusive DAC 0.5 free pick. But now new users are going to get $50 after you guys make your first play of $5. So yes, you're literally going to get $50 for free after you make your first play of at least $5. So check out Underdog Fantasy, use code ZIRK, follow me over on Twitter for my picks, and now the only way to get a free pick is to sign up with code ZIRK before the NFL kickoff. So get that free pick and get your $50 after your first $5 play. All right, so getting into this, guys, we need to talk about how you can make over 40,000 coins every single hour. Now, I gotta tell you, there's actually multiple steps to this, to how you're gonna get those 40,000 coins, just so you know. So let me explain it all in full before you say anything in the comment section here about not seeing all the coinage here. So with that being said, starting off, how do you go ahead and do it? Well, that is going to be the new event here, and not just playing the new event, but I actually went through and played this event myself, did an entire run, and I found the best way to do this event to get through it as quickly as possible. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, this is the longest drive, okay? Now, you will start off, you're going to have a half of a game to play, 7 plays per drive, it is no first downs, so literally, you have 7 plays and you turn the ball over. 10+ yard rushing touchdowns give you 10 points. Doesn't matter, though, for the way that I went ahead and did this. 15+ yard passes get you a point. That does matter. And also a sack gets you a point. That does matter. Now, I went through, and the thing is, you need to get 9 wins to get all the rewards. I timed this. I timed it exactly, and as you guys can see, it took me 53 minutes and 57 seconds. Also, yes, by the way, I'm recording this video at almost 1 a.m. Grinder activities here, but as you guys can see, 9 wins, what do you get? Well, you get 30,755 coins, and then for your first time you do it, which I just did, you're gonna get only a 76 plus. The first time you do this is the worst rewards you're gonna get. Every time after that, though, is going to be a 78 plus overall player pack every single time you do this. Now, that is not all you get, though, okay? So you're getting the 30,000 coins, and you're getting the 78 plus. Now, for those of you that are not aware, 78 overalls right now go for about 6,000 coins, okay? So already you're almost at 40,000 coins per hour. Now, given you could save that pack, wait for a good promo drop, whatever you want to do there, right? And hopefully you're able to get yourself some 80 pluses, some 82s, some 83s, 84s, 85s, whatever, and make yourself a lot of coins. But this is not the only thing you get for playing this event. If you guys come over to the field passes, there's actually something additional you get, and that's the Season 1 Events Pass. Now, I will tell you, there is actually a premium pass that you can get for 2,800 points. If you have the points, and if you're going to be playing the crap out of this event, do I think it's worth it for 2,800 points? It could be if you're gonna complete this, because this does last 33 days. This is gonna go for, you know, all the offline events that are gonna be available here. But there is a lot of additional stuff you get here. So not only are you guys getting the 30,000 coins, but you're also getting that 78 plus, and additionally, you're gonna be earning XP towards this pass. Now again, how do you get XP? Well, come to the objectives. As you guys can see, you're playing the CPU event. Every game that you win, you get 100 XP. Every game you finish, you get 50. So for a win, you get 150 XP right here. So every single run, like I said, is 9 wins. And yes, by the way, I am aware there's no coin difference between 8 wins to 9 wins. You should still go for that 9th win, because as I'm going to showcase for you guys, it takes you like 6 minutes, okay, to go through and play it. 6 minutes for a 78 plus overall pack, plus the extra XP that you're going to get for the pass there for, you know, doing it at the same time. I would say that's worth it than going in and losing instantly so you get the coins. I'd rather get that 78 plus. So yeah, you get 150 XP every single time you guys go ahead and win a game. So for every single run that you guys do, you're going to get 1,350 XP, which means you're going to get additionally every single time you go through and do one of these runs, one of these levels, right? You're going to get one every single time. Eventually it'll overlap with the math, right, where you can actually get 2 in a run. But, you know, for the next time that I go through and do it, I'm going to get an extra 6,000 coins. Then the next time you get an extra 76 plus, then an extra 6,000 coins, 76 plus, yada, yada. And you also get extra 78 pluses. Now, again, if you buy the premium pass, you'll get additional 76 pluses, another 6,000 coins. You'll get additional 78 pluses, all of that. But yes, the fact that you also get these additional 76 pluses, 6,000 coins, 78 plus every single time you're going to go through and do one of these runs does also add in, so you're going to make over 40,000 coins. Now, with that being said, how do you go ahead and do this the best way? Well, I'm going to go ahead and show you. Here is exactly what I did. Number one, click right stick, right? You obviously want to put on shoot clock, but the very first thing that I want to do is I want to go ahead and get a 15 plus yard pass. Why? Because it's going to give me 1 point, okay? And this is going to be the only point that I'm going to get offensively, all right? Because I have a perfect way to go ahead and do this. Now, as you guys can see, I am now up 1-0. That is the only point that I want to actually go ahead and get this entire game right here. That's the only point I want. Now, how do I go ahead and try to get this game done as fast as I possibly can? Well, the way that I went about this, and I will tell you, it's not going to work perfectly every single time. Sometimes, maybe you get tackled into the end zone. Maybe sometimes, you know, your opponent is going to go ahead and somehow get out of where you're trying to trap them. But the way that I actually managed to do this is I figured out how to perfectly trap the computer to where they start on their own 1 yard line, and I would say about like 70 to 75% of the time, I'm able to force a safety on them. So, you have 7 downs, okay? Right now, I know you can't see it, my face cam's covering it. It's 5th and goal, okay? This entire drive has been 1st and goal, whatever. So, it's 5th and goal, so this right here, again, you don't want to score because you want to trap your opponent, the CPU. You want to give them the ball on like the 2 yard line or even the 1 yard line if you guys can get it perfectly. So, right here, we're on the 5. Again, I'm going to dive down here with Chase Brown, and then on the next run here, again, I want to turn the ball over. I do not want to score, and I'll show you exactly why that is. As you can see right here, we're going to run it again. Really? Chase Brown dives over the top when I'm trying to dive down. So that's what can happen. But essentially what you're going to try to do to avoid that situation there is go down and not actually score a TD. Because if you're able to do that, then you're going to put your opponent, the computer, at the 1 yard line or the 2 yard line. And a lot of the time, because they're going to run the ball most of the time, or if they do pass the ball, you're going to be able to go ahead and get a safety. And if you do that, then you get the ball back, and then guess what? You have 7 more downs of running chew clock, so that is exactly what I have been doing to speed run through this. Sometimes that happens, what I just showed you, and Chase Brown decides he wants to be Superman Cam Newton at 1 in the morning. Very nice. Very, very nice of that to happen right there as DJ Moore gets that catch. But yeah, that is essentially exactly what I've been doing. Now, if you don't manage to do exactly that, right, and force a safety or get a fumble, whatever, most time when I put them at the 2 yard line or the 1 yard line, maybe I actually get a safety on them, which is obviously clutch, and we'll save you a couple of minutes here because now they just have the ball, I'm getting all these sacks, whatever, and it's just going to slowly drip the clock, and unless I get a fumble or an interception, which honestly I've been able to actually get a decent amount of interceptions on these computers whenever they do manage to get out of that situation, then yeah, this will take you a couple extra minutes here as I thought I was about to get a pick. Essentially, with the way that I go ahead and do this, guys, is you'll be able to do that twice in one game, and that should basically end the game. So essentially on that first drive, you want to get a 15 plus yard pass, so that way you do go ahead and get 1 point. You want to turn the ball over at the 1 yard line or 2 yard line. Hopefully you get a safety at that point. And then you'll go ahead, you'll get the ball back, you'll do the exact same thing. You'll turn the ball over to the computer at the 1 or 2 yard line, and then boom, you again get another safety, and at that point, you can just kneel the ball out because they won't have any timeouts left. You usually would have used them by then, and there'll also only be like, 2 minutes left, which again, you have 7 downs, which here, as you guys can see, it actually kind of works out perfectly. I got a pick. Now, with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left here, by the way, when you run a play, there is a 25-second clock here in this mode, just so you know, it's not a 30-second clock, so you only have 25. So this play right here will then take us to the 2-minute warning. The computer does have 1 timeout, and again, I think I'm probably going to have to turn the ball over to them just momentarily here. So on average, though, these games will take you about 6 minutes. I've actually had games where I've completed it like flawlessly, very, very quickly, perfectly, in about like 5 minutes is the quickest you can do it. If something happens like this, which you guys are seeing right now, it has been about 4.5 minutes as of the time that I just looked over. It's been about 4.5 minutes I've been in this game right here. So again, it's 3rd and goal. So unfortunately I'm going to have to give the ball back to my opponents. This will take me maybe about like 6 minutes. So yeah, you could do this run in under an hour. These games do not get any more difficult than this. It is very easy to do. So that's how you do that. And yeah, of course, Chase Brown wanted to be Superman there and score a touchdown to kind of showcase a perfect run. But that's how you do that. Now, with that being said, I did go ahead and already do this myself. So I do have this 76 plus overall Season 1 Events Player Pack. I actually have 2 because, again, I earned another one. So on the very first run, there's going to be, you know, the worst that you're going to get because after this should be 78 plus, which we actually do get lucky and get a 78 overall out of that 76 plus. Second 76 plus, though, is going to be a 76 overall Will Claps. I made another 10K, so like I said, still made 40,000 coins on the first run. So with that being said, guys, that's how you make 40,000 coins every single hour. And of course, it could be exponentially more because, you know, you can manage to pull yourself an 82, an 85 overall champ, an LTD out of one of those season events because those are going to be promos that are going on during the season. So you could wait and open them up, you know, on Saturdays for Legends, whatever the case is, you know, whatever you guys want to do there, you could just stock up on a bunch of those and open them up there. But with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, make sure to like the video. And of course, that sub button down below. Make sure to check out Underdog Fantasy. Use code ZERK. Follow me over on Twitter for my picks. Check out that new promo on Underdog. When you guys sign up with code ZERK, play $5, get $50, starts at noon. If you guys enjoyed this video, check out these.